Hi everyone, this is Gabrielle ASMR, and thank you for choosing to watch this video. This one's going to be a little bit different. I typically do sci-fi, futuristic, roleplay ASMR videos, and this one's just going to be a little Q&A because I've reached 6,000 subscribers. Thank you all very, very much. It's been really exciting, and the support you guys have shown me has been really, really nice, so thank you. So I've printed out your guys' questions. Thank you to everyone that left a comment on my community tab post. If you'd like to stay in touch with me, I do post regularly on my community tab, but also you can check me out here on TikTok or here on Instagram. The first question I got is, what is my ASMR journey? I started watching ASMR like about 12 years ago, 13 years ago. So it's been a long time. I think like the popular posters back then were probably like Heather Feather and Massage ASMR. He had like a really, really great voice. Like he did like basically kind of fast and aggressive ASMR before it really was a thing. Like 12 years ago, ASMR was like a dirty word. If you told somebody you liked ASMR, they thought instantly that it was sexual, which it certainly can be, you know, and like that's fine if you want to make that kind of content or if you enjoy that, that's totally cool. But back then, like people just thought it was kink related specifically, so it was kind of weird. Like nobody, it wasn't mainstream at all. It's only really in the past, like with TikTok, I find that like in mukbangs kind of like started like the food ASMR and that made it more popular. So yeah, I used to watch it back then. You know, I used it as a way to, how most of us use it, like sleep, relax, and even like just entertainment. I watched every single night religiously. I've had this like curated playlist of my favorite ASMR videos for over a decade. And I have some really great gems on there. I'll put some on screen and put the links to them in the description to some of my like old school favorites. Before I even like knew what ASMR was, I was getting ASMR from watching, like if you're a millennial, you'll be familiar with this, but like the makeup gurus, but think like X Sparkage and like Tiffany D and Pinky Charm. You know, these are before like Elle and Blair Fowler. Those are like the original makeup gurus back in the day. And like something that was really popular, a trend at the time, was like makeup collections. So they would all, like half of them were like filming in their closet. So it was like super lo-fi and they would just like show their MAC makeup collections. I used to get ASMR from watching the makeup collections because they would like be tapping on their blushes and like the packaging, and it was super relaxing. So what made me decide to start my channel? I've always wanted to make ASMR content, specifically role plays, but because of like my own insecurities and being your own like worst critic or whatever, just being in your own head, I just decided to like never really do it. ASMR means a lot to me, and just being creative and like sharing my art with you, whatever that may be. I think this is a great outlet for me. So I just like, I know there's space for me and like what I want to say and share, and I know there's an audience for it. And again, you guys have shown that, so thank you. What inspires me to create sci-fi ASMR? I have lots of different interests, but like one of like the big ones when it comes to like entertainment is like dystopian sci-fi, like scary reality type stuff. I think like dystopian like sci-fi is like my perfect vibe. Like one of my favorite shows is Black Mirror. For the love of God, can they please release another season? Like, I'm so depressed that they haven't released any more, because every single episode of Black Mirror is just freaking phenomenal. My favorite Black Mirror episode is, I think it's like SS Callister or US Callister. I'll put like a little picture here. You should really check it out. Okay, so next question. What is my creative process and how long does it take? The process itself is like all week long. I really spend a lot of and all of my free time on this. And so yeah, like I basically write the script on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, like as soon as 5 o'clock hits, I take a shower, and then I start like my makeup and hair, which takes a couple of hours. I then set up my station in my living room, and that requires like me moving my entire living room so that I can like make space. And I typically am done filming by like 11:30. I know like videos like are only like they look like they're only like 13 to like 20 minutes long on average. But like I assure you, there's like over an hour and a half of content. Typically I don't start editing till Saturday. And that process is basically Premiere Pro. I use the Adobe Creative Suite. bring in the audio recording from my mic. I record on a Blue Yeti. Once I bring it into Premiere, I sync the audio and the video, and I edit and cut the entire thing. So I do that first. Once that's done, I then start making the HUD slides, which take forever. I design every single individual slide that you see, like that I'm tapping, and like all the little visuals that come up. So it takes forever, and I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that. So I'm really hoping I can like speed up my process in the future, because right now it's like not super sustainable, but I'm like doing the best I can. So, you know, I truly, like, my biggest critique of my own channel is like, I wish my videos were all longer, and I know I've gotten that feedback from you guys too. In the future, hopefully the videos will be longer. So next question. Where and how did you learn to edit like you do? Did you learn your editing skills as a hobby or professionally? So I went to school for graphic design. But before I took graphic design, I took like an applied media program. So basically it was like a little bit of photography, a little bit of sound design, video, like drawing, like a bunch of different stuff. It's kind of for students that like want to go into like the creative fields, but don't know exactly what they want to do yet. So it's kind of like a sampler course. And so that was probably my first like official editing and like video, like program editing type experience. It is certainly a learning curve, and like I'm nowhere, like there's so much stuff I wish I knew how to do, and like I just don't know how to do yet, but I will improve. Like I feel like I've already gotten like better in my editing skills. So yeah, that's my experience. I also worked in marketing for a nonprofit for a long time, and so we would also do some like videos in house. So I sometimes did a little bit of that. So yeah, I'm not like a newbie entirely, but it's certainly not something I practice regularly, or like I have to basically like YouTube, Google. Anytime I want to try to do like an effect, I have to like look it up, because, and that's probably why it also takes me so long, because I'm a perfectionist and like I know what I want to achieve visually. So I just have to like make it happen. So sometimes that means like I'm spending forever figuring something out. But yeah, I just look it up. Okay, next question. What are your favorite and least favorite parts of making videos? I just like seeing the finished product. Like I'm always proud of it, and like, you know, I've never put anything out that I'm not happy with. I really make sure that like I'm pretty happy with how it turns out, and like I want to be proud of the work I put out there. And I think I can like confidently say that. Like every time I make a video, I'm kind of like, okay, cool. Like there's something I really, really enjoyed about it, or like I'm excited for you guys to see. But yeah, I think I really enjoy like the result, and just seeing like how it all turns out in the end, because it's pretty stressful, like the road to get there. But yeah, I think I like that. The things that are the hardest for me right now are definitely like time. Just having that discipline to like really make sure I make time for it, and like follow through on my commitment to filming and putting a video out, because it's important to me. Okay, next question. What has influenced me? I would say for ASMR, for who has influenced me, I would say definitely ASMR requests. I know I get like that comment every single video. I'll get so many comments like, have you seen Departure series? I have seen the Departure series so many times. I like that used to be like my go-to video every single night for months and months, like a decade ago. I was obsessed with that video. I thought it was amazing. It was so like way beyond its time. Nobody else was doing stuff like that. Like there was no cinematic or any kind of like editing and post that she was doing. And I mean, we all felt that way. That's why like it's so crazy the effect she's had on the ASMR community, that over a decade later, after not posting, like people still bring up her videos. Like that's pretty, and like that's fantastic. And Allie, if you're watching, which I know you're probably not, like thank you. Like thank you for making those videos. People, like truly, like you will forever be remembered for those videos, and you have absolutely inspired me in making videos. Like when I some of you, I feel like some of you don't know this, but I made a Departure like my own version of departures. So like I wanted to like use the same audio sounds as her, like the same like background, like I wanted to like the same font for departure. Like I remember I was like really trying to work so hard to like recreate it in my own way, like as an emulation and kind of like the same style, but like my own planets and stuff like that. And that was like my first experience with like doing those HUD screens, but I did it like in her style, or like as best as I could do it. And and like, because I remember like the best part of those videos for me was like the HUD screens and the tapping, and it was just like magical, and I just like, it was so great. I really, really enjoyed that ASMR. It was great, and like thank you, Ali, for putting that out there. You know, you've influenced me, and yeah, just a big thank you. Who are your favorite ASMR artists? Right now, I've been watching a lot of unintentional ASMR. So, like a lot of like cranial nerve exams, or like even Korean. I watch a lot of Korean ASMR, like the makeup ones. And I just love listening to ASMR in a different language. I'd love to make a French ASMR video for you guys. I am bilingual, but I don't know if you guys would be interested. So, we'll see. I did do a synesthesia testing video where I had like a French accent, but that's like the closest I've done so far. But I don't have like any specific favorite ASMR artist right now that I'm listening to. It's really just like random unintentional ones. But in the past, like definitely GB, like her Goblin Slayer roleplay I've seen a million times. So next question. Do you hope to do any collabs in the future? I would love to do collabs, so if you'd like to collab with me, let me know. And for the next question, how did the idea for the Ultralife universe come about? Honestly, when I made the first Ultralife video, I didn't plan out that that would become like the main theme for all my videos. However, I always knew that I wanted all of my videos to live in the same universe and all be connected and like have the lore attached to all of them. And when I made the first Ultralife video, I thought that that'd be really funny and fun, that that was Ultralife that owned all these companies and that had different branches to the company. And so I just kept going, which kind of leads into the next question, which is what is the lore for Ultralife? And I have a bunch of plans for that. So that will be a video coming this summer. And what I've really been wanting to do is somehow make like, think of like those 70s, 80s instruction videos. So kind of like, it kind of gives you a creepy, weird vibe because they look like they're filmed on VHS. And if you've watched Lost, if you can think like the Dharma Initiative videos, I'd love to do something like that, kind of explaining Ultralife and the making of the company and kind of behind the scenes, but have it filmed almost like it's a like instruction video for like a new employee that was going to work at Ultralife. So stay tuned for that. It's kind of hard because I want to mix this concept of like vintage 70s 80s look and feel, but it's technically a video in the future. So this next portion is going to be specific questions about me and not like ASMR related questions. So one question that came up a lot was, what are my hobbies and interests, and what kind of stuff do I do when I'm not making videos? And somebody specifically said you'd be fun in a D&D universe. So as far as hobbies and interests, right now, really ASMR is taking up like all my like hobby time outside of work. But like my main things that I do when I'm not working or doing ASMR is I like to play Magic, like Magic the Gathering, the card game. My current commander, I play commander, so my current commander decks are Sithis and Mira. Yeah, so those are cool. I like to do art. I haven't been doing a lot of it, again, like since like all my creative like energy is going to ASMR. I haven't been doing much of it recently, but I like to paint. Like here are some examples of some paintings I've done. I like to do like lettering. I like to do like anything artistic, but I guess like art and painting are the big things outside of ASMR. And like watch TV and like Netflix and TikTok. And D&D universe. Yeah, so before I was doing ASMR, I was in 2 D&D campaigns. One of them got like farther. The other one we played like one session, but I still count it because I'm really attached to this character that I want to bring back. Okay, so my next question was, did you ever work in customer service? And yeah, before I worked like my regular like job that I have right now, like my career, I did customer service. So like I've worked at call centers, and I've worked in like retail. So it does feel like natural to like put on customer service face when I'm doing the ultralight videos. So it's kind of fun. And another question was, did you ever do theater or public speaking? I've never done either of those, and I don't think I'm very good at them. I like did theater in high school. I don't know if you really count that, but I have worked in a theater for like 6 years, like a live performance arts theater. And so I have a huge passion for theater. What's your favorite game and what's your favorite TV show? So like tabletop card game, I guess, would be like Magic because I play that the most. But I like to play video games too. I really like any of the Zelda franchise. I haven't played like all of them, but like Breath of the Wild is amazing. I think that's like the best game ever made. I liked Subnautica. That was really fun. I've played that on PC. That was amazing. I went into that game blind, and like the experience of going into that blind was so fun. TV show, my favorite. I love like so many TV shows. I really love TV shows, but like Black Mirror, like I've mentioned a million times. I love Black Mirror. I love like any of the Netflix like Love is Blind shows. Like I know they're trash, okay, but some of them aren't. Do you remember The Ultimatum, like the LGBT one, like the mostly lesbian? That was amazing. I wish they would do a second season of that. That was so freaking good. I think about that all the time. And recently what I watched was the 8 show. That was awesome. That was really freaking weird though. Like I feel like it took a couple of episodes to like get into it. For me, it like wasn't. It's funny because like I remember I was telling my partner, I said it wasn't like dark enough. I felt like it was like, I'm like, no. And then like randomly episode 3 or 4 happens and the whole thing like shit hits the fan and it's like uncomfortably gory. And not that I'm really into gore, but it's spooky. You should check out the 8 show if you like the Squid Game or like Alice in Borderland, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Okay. Next, favorite food. I mean, I love lots of different foods, but like my favorite meals are like steak and potatoes. I love tacos. Tacos are great. Love tacos. Okay, next, your dream vacation. You see, I typically say my dream vacation is like a Broadway trip, like go to New York and watch a bunch of different Broadway plays, but I I like to go to like South Korea. I think that'd be really cool, or Japan. I think that'd be really cool. I'd love to travel a bunch of places. Favorite book? Okay, listen, I would love to be like really cool and say like some hip book that's that's out right now. But I honestly like haven't read a book in like a million years, and truth be told, one of the girls I work with lent me a book like a year before she went on mat leave, and I read half the book. It's called The Power by Margaret Atwood because she knows I love Margaret Atwood. I love like anything with like really cool like feminism and like just strong female leads and like cool stories, and like The Handmaid's Tale is one of my favorite shows actually. See, another dystopian show. And yeah, I freaking love The Handmaid's Tale. So she's like, you need to read The Power, and it is. It's really good, but yeah, I don't know why I stopped reading it, and I keep telling her, and she's literally back from mat leave now, and I'm she wants the book back, and I'm like, I'll finish reading it, and I haven't finished reading it. It's literally been so long they made a TV show. So you can look at when the TV show came out, like the TV show wasn't even on the radar when she lent me this book. So I'm sorry, Alicia, if you're watching this. What is your experience in acting and editing? I don't have any acting experience apart from like, I think I said earlier that I did like theater in high school, but that's not super like a ton of experience. In editing, I mentioned that a bit earlier too. I did it in school before I took graphic design. I did a little bit of a film program. And the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is Macaroni. He was featured in the community tab post, and he's also sleeping right there in his banana bed. Yeah, so he's my British short hair. He is like about a year and a half now, and he's perfect. P-U-R-R-R, perfect. Yeah, he's amazing. I also have another cat named Nico, and here's a picture of him. And yeah, I love kitty cats. Do you love kitty cats? Let me know in the comments below. So, for a fun fact about Macaroni, some of his nicknames are, so when he's being good, basically he's like always being bad, but when he's being good, I call him Rosy Cheeks. One of my nicknames for myself is Gabby Cheeks. So he's Rosy Cheeks, and he's also Rocket Roni and Rockin' Roni. And I've even made up a song. I won't sing it because I won't embarrass myself, but I've made up a whole song for him. Talk about extended universe. If ever you're interested, I have an entire universe around characters involving him, including like the rat that he talks to, that I imagine he does talk to her. The rat that he talks to outside of the window, I call her Courtney. I'm not even joking. And like literally there's actually a murder recently in the universe because Courtney's father was murdered outside of my house because I found a dead rat last week. And there's a whole storyline where her father, who was the mayor of our town, well, the rat town that lives like, you know, in tandem to like our universe, there's like a whole rat universe. I have everything from like, I could divide you the subdivisions of like where the rich rats live and the poor rats live. Like her brother, what high school she goes to, like different characters in his universe. Like, for example, he's the sheriff and he's the villains of the little town of babies on the shelf, like all these creatures. You have no idea. So like I love storytelling and and like just concepts. And so like that, like my brain, I don't worry, Ultra Life is quite expansive. And again, there's a whole other universe right there, the Roni Cheeks universe. So if you've made it this far in the video, congratulations, you're a gem. I hope it like helped you sleep a bit. I probably laughed too much. I'm sorry if my audio is a bit weird. Because again, I didn't want to edit this too much, so, and it wasn't scripted, so it's too long. But anyway, if you made it this far, write in the comments below Roni Cheeks, and I'll know you watched the whole video. So anyway, that's it, guys. It's literally, so I'm gonna have to post this today, but it's 1:16 a.m. on Sunday, the 23rd. So I have to edit this tonight or sometime tomorrow morning and get this posted for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for asking questions. This has been really cool. You guys are fantastic, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. Please, if you're new here, please subscribe and stick around. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.